Okay, I haven't been watching UFC lately, right? I haven't been watching UFC lately because the whole John Jones situation. Y'all already know about the John Jones situation. And plus, I'm used to the old fighters, guys like Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Frank Mir, George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, Shogun Rua, Lito Machida, all those guys. I'm used to those guys. Now, this new generation of UFC, I haven't been watching it. If I do watch it, I might watch John Jones because John Jones is one of my favorite UFC fighters. And he's supposed to be fighting in April, so I'm happy he's back. But anyway, Conor McGregor. I heard so much about this guy. I heard so much about him. I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of him, but I heard that he's been taking over the featherweight division. I heard so much about this guy. And one day I decided, you know what? Since UFC 186 is coming on Saturday, let me watch it. Let me watch it. Let me get a good experience watching Conor McGregor. So, the first round, he's facing. No, actually, no. I'm gonna say this. He's going against Nate Diaz. Now, I heard a lot about Nate Diaz. I know George faced him one time. He beat the shit out of him. Y'all already know about George. Because George, to me, he's still one of my favorite UFC fighters of all time. But anyway, I know Nate Diaz. He's a great defender. He's a great fighter. And he loves going on the ground. He loves to submit people and stuff like that. So, I already know to expect about Nate Diaz. Alright? Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. Now, in the first round, Conor McGregor was beating him up. He was beating the shit out of him, right? Beating him up, bleeding everything, right eye bleeding, everything, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, McGregor, he got this. He got this in the bag. Second round, things got heated, and then I don't know what Nate Diaz just did, but that one punch connected. Conor McGregor he just looked messed up after that. He looked at dazed. He didn't know where he's at. He looked confused. He looked lost. Cause that one punch by Nate Diaz, he just looked out of it. He was completely lost. I don't know what was going on in his mind, but he looked lost. Like he looked like he really got punched so hard he forgot who he was fighting against. And after that, Nate Diaz, who was just beating him up. Conor McGregor was trying, but he couldn't stand up with Nate Diaz. And like I said, Conor was trying his ass off. He was trying, but it's like, it just wasn't enough. I don't know what he was doing. He just looked stretched, he looked tired. Because that one punch really messed him up. And then after that, Conor McGregor, he was trying to take him down, but, Nate Diaz has a great defense. So, he got him in I forgot it's called side control. See, I still remember UFC. He got into side control for a little bit, and then somehow he got into a choke. So he choked him, and Conor McGregor was trying to get out, but he couldn't get out, so he tapped. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, I heard so much about this guy, and this is my first time watching him, guys. This is my first time watching. I haven't heard nothing about Conor McGregor. I heard so much about him, but I never watched it in my entire life. So this is my first reaction watching Conor McGregor. And to say that, I think he was 19-2. He just lost to Nate Diaz by submission, by choke. Like, wow. like I said, I haven't been watching UFC lately, but he just lost to Nate Diaz by a submission. And I never heard anything about this guy, and he just lost. And I wanted to watch him for the first time because I never seen him fight before. I heard so much about him. People was calling him the next George St. Pierre, and you know how I feel about George St. Pierre. So I'm like, all right, let me just watch this guy. I heard so much about him. He been beating everybody else in the featherweight division. Let me watch him. He lost to Nate Diaz. Wow, that's just crazy, man. But like I said, this is my first time watching him. I never seen him before. Actually, I did see him before, but I just never see him fight. So to see him for the first time, to get a good experience, it's just that he just lost. So I don't even know. I'm just shocked to my eyes right now, man. But this is your boy Alex. like I said, it's shocking to me that he lost. Leave a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and do you think Nate Diaz? I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his name. Do you think Nate Diaz deserved that win against Conor McGregor? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Alex. Deuces.